As recently as early August, advertising slogans, "Only Kennedy can beat Trump," could be seen on the streets of New York. However, this is now a thing of the past. Independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. this past weekend suspended his election campaign and endorsed Donald Trump. President John F. Kennedy's nephew attracted anti-establishment voters who can now at least partially support the Republican candidate. The summer vacation is coming to an end, and the Trump campaign is once again gaining momentum. It was one of the darkest days in modern American military history. Exactly 3 years ago, 13 soldiers were killed in a bomb attack at the gate of Kabul airport in Afghanistan. These images circulated around the world. The chaotic retreat of coalition forces and the surrender of the capital to the Taliban. Thousands of people trying to escape the revenge of the militants. Responsibility for those events has been blamed to this day on the Joe Biden administration.
And I just went to Arlington Cemetery, and you saw we had a ceremony with the parents, the sisters in one case, brothers in another case, and these are people that should have never been killed. And when you see the fact that nobody's mentioning Afghanistan, no, this is the third year. This is, I hate to even call it an anniversary because I don't like the word anniversary in this case, but this is the third year of that tragic event.
It is no coincidence that Donald Trump appeared at Arlington Military Cemetery today. The Army is one of the most important symbols of the strength for Americans. Neither President Biden nor Vice President Harris was at Arlington today. This is a clear turnaround in the Republican campaign, which analysts point out will focus on security issues and American strength for the rest of the campaign. Americans hold their soldiers and situations in which they needlessly die as a result of political decisions in very high regard. This was the case with Kabul and Joe Biden's decisions. They will certainly not build popularity, and recalling this history is one of the key elements that will indicate that Republicans will provide this security for Americans differently. The issue of security for Americans closes in two areas. One is international issues, support for Israel, Ukraine and Taiwan. The other is domestic security, mainly dealing with illegal migration.
As a nation of immigrants and reform our broken immigration system, we can create an earned pathway to citizenship and secure our border.
Trump has already shifted the trajectory of his campaign in the direction of the migrant crisis. Americans are not divided on this issue. The vast majority expect more effective migration policies.
She wants open borders. She wants our country. I don't understand why anybody would want it, but she wants our country to be open to the world's criminals.
On top of that, there are specific economic solutions, in addition to the well-worn slogan America First, namely encouraging companies to invest at home rather than abroad. Trump goes into microeconomics, which is of huge importance to thousands of Americans, and declares the abolition of taxes on tips, a nod to the middle class. It's also different in the way Kamala Harris likes to talk about freedom in the broadest sense, and has a staff of people who point to her as the outstanding candidate, while Donald Trump relates to the average American. Therefore, the televised debate may turn out to be the key in this case, and who proves that they will not so much solve as understand the problems of today's America in general. Kamil Chaska, TV Republica.